So we had a pleasure today to visit Hostaway's new office at Toronto. Marcus, tell us about Hostaway.
Sure. Hostaway is a vacation rental platform, and we provide enterprise-level solutions for vacation rental property managers. Hostaway started as an idea for me about 4 years ago when I moved to Toronto. I started doing research about the Airbnb market, and I found out that there's a lot of professional property managers that are lacking the proper tools to run their business. And it took quite some time and quite some market research. I didn't know anything about the industry at the time, but with a solid tech background and really good founders, we decided to eventually start the company in Finland. And we have since, in 3 years since starting it, we've grown to 35 employees with offices in Helsinki, Russia, Australia, Barcelona and Toronto. And I'm the CEO today, and I'm based here in Toronto.
Okay, wow, impressive. So what have been like your biggest takeaways and learnings of coming to operate a business in Canada?
Actually, I really enjoy the business climate here. One of the things that has helped us as a company a lot is the immigration and the diversity. There's 100,000 people every year moving to Toronto, but they are highly educated. They have a lot of good work experience, and they're coming here looking for a job. And that's exactly what a company like us and many other startups need. And it's not just, don't take my word for it, Toronto has created more tech jobs in the last 5 years than Silicon Valley, Seattle and Washington together. So there's a lot of companies coming here, and because of the migration, the salary costs are still fairly low. So if you want to work with someone, you don't have to pay Silicon Valley wages, but at the same time, at least compared to Helsinki, you can afford to live here, which is another reason why some people may not end up in Silicon Valley after all.
Okay. So all in all, you have been here now for 4 years?
Me 4 years, yeah. And one thing also, it's a very nice business climate here for employees, because as an employer, it's easy to hire and retain talent. There's the regulations are quite lax, like in many countries in North and South America. But on the other hand, you know that there's a social security network here. So even if someone doesn't get a job, they can still get access to healthcare, housing, and other benefits, just like we have in Finland.
So you mentioned that it's easy to keep people within your company, but what I believe personally is it comes to the management and the founders. How do you treat people? So I've heard about your values, your company values. You mentioned that in some of the articles that I read.
Yeah.
Would you like to explore a little bit about your principles?
Absolutely. So me and my co-founder, we had worked together before, and we decided very early on that we wanted to be, the business model and the money and the financing, that's secondary. What we really wanted to create was a nice place to work, and we pretty much agreed that if we have a business that's doing well and making a lot of money, but the employees are unhappy, then we have failed. And that's not very traditional. And because of that attitude, we ran into a lot of problems where we have learned our lessons, but we have a very high employee satisfaction, and part of it is that we're very transparent, very straightforward. And we tell people exactly what's going on. And for example, if we don't like what we see, then we say it straight out instead of trying to wrap it around a lot of stories. And I think that's working well so far. But as a company grow, in just 18 months, we've gone from 7 people to 35. So while our ideas and values stay the same, the way we do things has to change. Because you can talk one-on-one to 7 people. You can't do that with 35 people, at least not every day.
Yes. But you managed to do that?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and it's been an exciting journey, and now we're on to our next challenges. My co-founders keep asking me if I'm okay with having 100 or 200 employees, but well, based on the numbers, that's where we're going.
So what are the next steps, or what are the next countries that you wish to explore?
So at the moment, we only have one person in Australia, and we are going to expand our markets there. Our competitors are also doing that. But at the same time, we need to keep recruiting and getting good talent in Toronto, Barcelona, and Helsinki.
So what would you say is your compared to your competitors? What's the advantage of working with you and using your tools?
Very good question. One thing that our reviews always say is how great our service is. But that's not only because we give good service, it's because unlike a lot of our competitors, we are technology founders. Our competitors who are from the real estate industry, they have experience with real estate, maybe with vacation rentals. We, on the other hand, have experience in building technology companies, and that has allowed us to build a more stable product that we can give better support with.
Yeah, very good, very good. Thank you so much, Marcus.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having me.